back in Vegas, but it was fun while it lasted, right? However, there is something, I don't know how much longer it's going to last. BetMGM has a special offer going on right now. I'm working with BetMGM, and if you live in North Carolina and you don't have a BetMGM account, go download the app, use code Victoria150, put in a $5 wager, and you get $150 in bonus bets. Now, whether that wager is total crap, it doesn't matter because you get $150 in bonus bets either way, so you can redeem yourself. Maybe don't make that 20-leg parlay, but you still get $150 in bonus bets. So if you don't have a BetMGM account, go download it, put in a $5 wager, use code Victoria150, and you get $150 in bonus bets. It's pretty sweet if you ask me. It's hard to pass up, but go do it because I don't know how long it's going to last. Now, on to the fights. So like I mentioned, UFC is back in the desert for UFC Vegas 90. And the first fight I'm going to talk about is a prelim fight between Court McGee versus Alex Morono. This fight, I looked at it and I thought, you know what? I've got a gut instinct with this. I kind of feel like this is going to go a certain way. This is why. So Alex Morono, he recently fought Joaquin Buckley. And it did go to the judges and he did catch an L with this one. But he didn't just hand it over to Buckley. This was a legitimate fight. These two struggled, and we've seen what Joaquin Buckley has become. He rapidly evolved into this creature we now see him as. Good for him. But that also goes to Alex's credit. He was able to keep up with him and take it to the judges. So, Court McGee, he actually is coming off of 2 losses. He is 6 years older than Alex, and I just don't think he's as versatile as Alex is. Alex also has that dog in him. He's got that grit, and I think that's really going to come into play with this fight. I don't see it working out well for Court. Court likes to let it go to the judges, which Alex can win by judges, but he also wins other ways. He actually wins equally in every single way, whether it's submission, decision, or knockout. He wins all ways, and that's going to help him when it comes to this prelim fight. I think that inevitably is what is going to get Court an L, and I'm just going with my gut in this one. I think it's going to be Alex. Next up is another Alex fight, but this one is on the main card. Alexander Hernandez versus Damon Jackson. You know what? I don't really like predicting these fights because, well, this kind in particular anyway, because I did have a slight gut feeling when I looked at this matchup of who I thought was going to win. But both of these guys haven't really been super impressive. I looked at their resumes and their wins are just kind of meh. But I think in Damon's favor, he does have about a third more experience than Alex. So that'll probably come into play. I feel like Damon is really going to use and do whatever he can to get a win in this one. It's probably not going to be the funnest fight, but I'll go with the little tiny gut feeling here. It's kind of like a coin flip. This fight's a coin flip anyway, but you know how sometimes when you flip a coin, you still think it's going to land a certain way? That's how I feel about this one, so just give me Damon. And last up is the main event, and it's our rematch. Who doesn't love a good rematch? I know I am excited. Brendanallen versus chriscurtis. These two fought back in 2021. Chriscurtis ended up getting a win in that fight. However, my gut, because the theme of this one, I guess, is gut feelings, my gut is telling me it's going to be Brendanallen this time. Here's why. Brendanallen just got off of a win with Paul Craig. Yes, Braveheart Paul Craig. He just submitted this guy. Paul Craig is no easy cracker either. So that was super impressive how simple he made that look last time when he fought Paul Craig and then won. He submitted him. I think that this Brendan is a different Brendan, just like I think this Chris is a different Chris the first time they matched up. But I think it's in opposite directions for these two. I think Brendan is getting better. Chris is just, even if he's not getting worse, I think it's just kind of staying the same for Chris. Brendan, though, is on a 6-fight win streak. This guy is insane, and I think he is going to pull some kind of sneaky maneuver, probably some kind of submission on Chris here, because Chris, he likes to let it go to decision, or he likes to knock his opponents out. Brendan can do either, and he's also got a tough chin. So I could see him maybe wearing Chris out and then throwing some freaky submission attempt, and before you know it, they're on the mat and they're in a chokehold. Who knows? But I think Brendan is going to come out with a win in this one. I'm excited to see him again. I'm excited for a rematch. But you let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, comment. You can also follow me on Twitter. I love to watch all of these fights, from the prelims to the main event. I also love all kinds of sports, so I'm not just a one-dimensional person. You can see that on my page, though, and don't forget, if you don't have a BetMGM account, to download the app, use code Victoria150, put down $5, make your first wager, whether it sucks or not. You get $150 in bonus bets. It's a win-win. You could use it on these fights if you want to. But either way, I'm excited. Let's get it.